Hi class. So a lot of people have been confused about the assignment that is due tomorrow before class. So I'm going to record a hopefully quick video to help you through this process. So the first thing I want to say is make sure you are reading the directions of the assignments. That if you are confused about an assignment, you read all of the documents attached and you take the time to review the PowerPoint posted from the day that we talked about the assignment, because that will probably be very helpful to you. So whenever you are confused about something or you have a question, the first step is to always look for the answer. So make sure you read the directions. All of these directions are important. It explains why I'm attaching two documents and when you should read this document. It explains what is due today and, well, tomorrow, and what is due on Friday. So make sure that you read these directions. And it also says, please come to my office hours if you need any help with this. That is really important because if you just type in the comments, I'm confused, or I don't know how to do this, I can't help you, because what could I possibly do other than to send you the document with the instructions or to record a video for you, which I've taken the time out of my day to record this video for you. So please just know that if you're confused about an assignment, that you have to ask a specific question that I can answer for you, or come to my office hours so I can actually explain it to you. There's nothing I can do if you just say I'm confused. That is definitely a defeating attitude. If you're confused, that means that you need to take your time to seek out the answer, and if you can't, that's when you come to office hours. That's why it's really important that you are waking up and you're doing this work at a time when I would still have office hours, so that way you can pop in if you have any questions about it. So I'm going to take you through these documents, explain what they are. I did this on Monday, but there may be some people who were not in class, or maybe who were not paying attention, or who just forgot in the time until now. So I'm going to go over these documents because they are extremely important. So this one is called Creating Your Infographic. And I have it open in a lot of places, which is why you see cursors everywhere. But it says, please read all of these directions and tips to help guide you through the assignment. So if you were confused, this is probably where you should have looked. And then it has all the information that we talked about on Monday. And I added all of this additional information after receiving questions and talking to you guys today. So let's go ahead and quickly read through this. So it says you'll create an infographic this week on a technology subtopic of your choice. For your topic, you can choose from these three topics. These are the three topics that we have talked about throughout this grading period. And then it says, if you would like to research a different topic relating to technology, you'll need to get it approved. This is extremely important because when I open it up by saying, if there's something that you're passionate about relating to technology and you really want to research that, then you can do that, but you have to get it approved. That is important because if you don't get it approved and you do the assignment, and I look at it and it has nothing to do with the question, it has nothing to do with technology, then I have to ask you to redo it. So don't let that be you. Make sure that you reach out if there was something else relating to technology that you wanted to research. But if not, you need to choose from these three topics. So under the additional information section, it explains basically everything about how to complete your planning document, which is the one that is due before class. So it says you will need 10 facts for your infographic. So start with the sources provided and do some independent research to find more sources. Remember, you will copy and paste your facts into your planning sheet from your articles. So remember, your sources should be articles for this. You cannot use Black Mirror as a source because Black Mirror has no facts in it. It's the opposite pretty much of facts because it is fiction. It is made up. So how could you possibly get a fact from that? You can't. So you can't use Black Mirror. You have to use articles. So it says your facts have to come directly from your sources. For your facts, you should have some statistics. An example of a statistic is 3 out of 4 parents use location tracking to track their children. But you can also include a quote from a professional, a specific example from a source, or important information about your subject. So basically, if you have an article and you copy and paste a sentence from the article, there you go. That's a fact. So any sentence from the article, pretty much, you can use as a fact, but you should specifically look for statistics. Those are going to be the best. Quote from a professional, that's also a really strong fact. Specific example from a source. So this one is specifically about the global news article where they talked about this one particular experience where someone did use virtual reality to communicate with a computer generated version of her deceased daughter. So you could summarize that article, and that could be one of your facts, is a summary of a specific example. Then important information about your subject, that is pretty much anything. So any sentence from an article that you think is relevant and you want to include that in your infographic, then you're welcome to do that. So once you have 10 facts, you can decide how to group them together or which ones will stand alone. So in your planning sheet where it says topic, all you have to do is write the topic you are researching. An infographic is not an argument, so you should not have a claim. You're simply providing your audience with the information so they can make their own decision. A lot of people started writing arguments, which as I said on Monday, we're taking a break from arguments because you guys have had to write enough arguments. So this activity is supposed to be a different way to talk about technology where you don't have to write an argument. And instead, you can just provide your audience with facts and kind of decorate it, make it look nice. That's the point of an infographic. An infographic is basically a collection of facts, but it's visually appealing, right? There's pictures, there's colors, things like that. So this should not be something that is causing you stress. This should be something that is pretty easy, to be honest with you. So if you are struggling, it's probably because you have misunderstood something or you're confused about something. So if that is you, then you should probably reach out to me so I can help you. All right, let's look at this document, planning your infographic. This is what is going to be due before class time, and the reason why is I'm going to give you some time to work on your infographic in class, but you have to plan it before you can do it. So this section we did in class, so this should already be complete. If for some reason yours is not complete, you'll have to do this on your own. Just read the directions, they're pretty straightforward. So next, this is the section that you need to do. It will take you less than 30 minutes after you watch this video, so make sure you get it done. This is my work. This is what I did. As you know, I want to make sure that I'm not giving you anything I wouldn't do myself. So this is what I came up with, and it took me like 15 minutes. So as long as you're following the directions, this should be something that is pretty straightforward. Overall message, topics, or theme. All you need here is your topic. Just one word or a phrase. Some people wrote claims. You shouldn't have a claim because you're not taking a side. You're providing your audience with facts. So there should be no claim. You shouldn't take a side. Unless, you know, I saw some people whose their topic was the pros and cons of location tracking. So if you chose something specific about location tracking, that would be fine. But in general, you probably should not take a side because you want to provide unbiased information. All right, facts. 10 relevant facts to support communication of a topic. So I'm going to show you how I got these facts. And what I did is I went to this document, creating your infographic and rubric, and I went to my topic, which is location tracking, and I looked at the sources that were provided to me. So I was provided with this source. What I did is I skimmed through it. That's when you just, like, how do you describe that? Like look over quickly. So I'm just looking over this quickly until I find something that would be a good fact for me to include. So mine is about location tracking. I want to find a good fact about location tracking. So I looked through that, and I'll show you what I came up with. And again, I just copy and paste it into this document. So I would copy and then paste it here. So all you're doing for these facts is you're copying a sentence or two from an article and you're pasting it here. So a fact is going to be a sentence or a few sentences from that article, copy, paste it, put it here. That's it. That's all you have to do is just copy and paste it from your article. So I found this one, which is about child development experts were concerned that tracking young children may get in the way of developing autonomy and responsibility. This is a great fact because experts are saying it. Perfect. Then I found this one, which is they might not be learning critical skills like knowing where they are and keeping track of time, Dr. Hunter said. Children's brains are still developing. Great. And then I found this one. The risk to their social and emotional development isn't just about threats to their autonomy, it's also about the anxiety that can arise from being exposed to a world painting to them as dangerous. Anxiety for children rose 6 to 17 rose nearly 20% from 2003 to 2012. This is a statistic, so those are always going to be perfect. Those are going to be great for you to include. And this is all from the same article, guys. This one is my final fact that I got from that article. It's when the clinical professor in pediatrics said that it's going to send messages to children. So any quote from a professional, any statistic, any sentence that you think is really good, just copy and paste it, and you're done. So then I didn't have enough from that one article. You're probably going to need around 3 articles. So I looked up another one, and how I found it is I just typed in, should parents track their children? That's what I typed in. If I just typed in location tracking, I would get, apps that track your location. Top 10 apps that track your location. So I didn't want that. So I wanted to be specific. And when I was looking that up, I found this article. So in this article, again, I skimmed through it and I looked for statistics or quotes from professionals that I can include, and I found a bunch. I found this is statistic, 16% of parents with between the ages of this to this admitted that they track their location. This is a quote from a professional that says, caregivers can rest assured that their loved ones have reached a destination safely. This one is another quote from a professional that talks about how they might be stealing your data. This is another quote from a professional that says that it could lead to children being stalked. So I'm getting multiple perspectives from different professionals. So any quote from a professional, statistic, any sentence that you particularly like that you think you want to include in your infographic, just throw it in here. And then finally, I was left with 9, but I need 10 facts to choose from for my infographic. So I had to do another Google search. And I found another article which gave me my last quote here. But then afterwards, just so you know, I remembered that on Monday when we were going through these examples, this article actually has some statistics in it. So if you want to, and I will probably change my facts around or just add some more because there are some really cool facts here. that you may want to include depending on what your topic is. So 51% of parents use parental controls to limit or monitor their internet browsing and social media. That's perfect for my topic. So actually, I'm just going to go ahead and put that in here. But when you are finding your quotes, don't forget you have to keep track of your sources. So just click on the URL, Control C for copy, and then paste it in with your sources. So I now have 4 sources. There you go. So after you have your facts, that's the hard part. After you have your facts, you don't have that much more to do. As long as you have been copy and pasting your sources into your document, the only thing left is to organize your data. So to organize my data, what I did is I read back through my data, which are my facts, and I came up with different categories that they talk about. So I have several facts that talk about the development of children. I have several facts that talk about the safety of children, and then I have several facts that talk about the how tracking your children affects your relationship with your children. And most of these are from quotes from professionals. And then finally, I included a category on statistics because I did have a few statistics in here as well. And I'm just going to put those in their own category because some of them don't really fit into the other categories. So that's all you have to do. I apologize if maybe I did not explain it well enough in class, but please, if I'm ever explaining something in class, all you have to do is speak up or type in the chat, can you explain it again? And I will be happy to do so. So hopefully this helps. Please get this done before class tomorrow if you can, because I'm going to show you how to take these facts and turn them into an infographic. Because remember, an infographic is basically just a collection of facts, but you make it look pretty. So that's all it is. Your facts have to be from articles. It can't just be your opinion. Some people, for topic, they would say location tracking is bad. And then under facts, they would say, I don't want to be monitored, or it affects relationships. Well, those are just your ideas, but they're not facts because they're your opinions, right? A fact is going to be a statistic. A statistic, you have to do research to do that. A quote from a professional, those people went to school, those people studied it, so we can listen to what they say. So make sure that you complete this as soon as possible. Turn it in so I can let you know if it looks good or if maybe there's something you need to change. And then once you have this done, this is the hard part. Getting your facts is the hard part. It's going to be super easy because all you have to do is copy and paste these into your different little categories on your infographic. And then you can do the best part, the part that I am most excited about, which is finding your color scheme, choosing your fonts and just kind of decorating it and making it look good. So hopefully this helps. Please reach out if you have any additional questions, and I will see you guys tomorrow.